KSK Sports here with another Browns Rant. So, I want to title this one, Where, How, and Who is this mythical team that would treat Shedeur Sanders better than the Cleveland Browns? I need to know because y'all sound silly. I need to give y'all a couple of facts about the situation Shedeur Sanders is in currently. He was a 5th round pick. And whatever you want to say about that, I wholeheartedly agree that he got railroaded by the NFL. He got blackballed. I believe there was some collusion going on. I believe all of that. At the end of the day, with all that said, who was the NFL team that selected Shedeur Sanders when it was all said and done? Who spent draft capital to move up into the 5th round? The Browns, they didn't stay pat in the 5th round. The Browns traded some draft capital so that they could move up to 144. They moved up in the 5th round. No other team moved up in the draft to pick Shedeur. Actually, no other team, the Raiders. I heard somebody say the Raiders. So the Raiders had multiple chances to take Shedeur. So my Cleveland Browns, this is what they're supposed to do when Shedeur is starting to pop off. When Shedeur has looked like the best rookie quarterback the last 3 weeks. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to jump on the Shedeur bandwagon. Everybody wants to jump on the Shedeur train. If it's your team that passed on Shedeur, all of a sudden, my Cleveland Browns should do the dumb thing and get rid of Shedeur. Let me ask y'all a question. How much sense does that make for the Cleveland Browns? If you're the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders is on a 4-year, $4.6 million contract, why would you give that up? You have the perfect situation if you're the Cleveland Browns. If you don't F it up. The Cleveland Browns are in a situation where they have to keep Deshaun Watson on their roster because if not, he would be owed like 27% of the cap hit in 2026. So that's the reason why they're not cutting bait with Deshaun Watson in 2026. So if you know that, you have to have a cheap option at quarterback. How much money is Shedeur Sanders making in 2025? He's making a little bit over $1 million. He's going to make the same amount next season. So what sense does it make for my Cleveland Browns to then be like, you know what? We should double back into the draft and select a quarterback high that we have to pay so much money to, on top of paying Deshaun Watson all of the money they're paying, and also all of the money they're paying other quarterbacks. So in this scenario, they will be paying Shedeur to leave Cleveland because they would have to compensate him the rest of his contract if they traded him away. So they'll be paying him. They'll be paying the new quarterback the 1st round pick if you're going to pick him in the 1st round. And also, you're going to still be paying Deshaun Watson. So that's 3 quarterbacks off rip. You're going to be paying Dylan Gabriel as well. That's 4 quarterbacks off rip. I still believe they're paying DTR some money because he was still in contract when they traded him away. That's 5 quarterbacks you're paying. So, in y'all infinite wisdom, y'all didn't really think this through. KSK thought this through because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan through and through. So y'all really think that even as inept as the Cleveland Browns are, that they are going to pick a quarterback high in the draft when they could roll out a quarterback next season that was a 5th round pick, a cheap bargain quarterback nobody else wanted. Now all of a sudden everybody wants to dip in and they want to try to take the resources that the Cleveland Browns have. Why don't people want Shedeur Sanders to succeed in Cleveland? I don't care what happened in the past. We talk about what's going on right now. Y'all butthurt about some stuff that happened in the summertime. I don't care about the summertime anymore. I care about the now. Shedeur Sanders is starting his 4th game in the NFL. It's put up or shut up time. And if you're a Shedeurian, you should be praying that Shedeur balls out with the Cleveland Browns. Okay? So in y'all hypothetical give you a scenario that he will be traded to another team. It's not happening. If he balls out with Cleveland, guess what? He's going to stay in Cleveland. Why? In y'all infinite wisdom, if Shedeur balls out in Cleveland, what makes y'all think that the Cleveland Browns would then trade Shedeur like a valuable asset? Also, a guy that is beloved in Cleveland. Let's talk about that for a second. See, I can see a lot of y'all didn't do y'all proper research when y'all talk about this topic. Y'all mess with the wrong one. KSK Sports, I'm invested in the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so Shedeur Sanders is invested in Cleveland. Cleveland was the only team that went out of their way to select Shedeur Sanders. No other team selected Shedeur Sanders. You don't think Shedeur is looking at the situation like, all right, I know he said, if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. He understands the situation. He understands he needs to perform at a high level, whether it's for the Cleveland Browns or another team. Okay? But at that same instance, I saw Jimmy Haslam dap it up with Coach Prime. Y'all act like KSK didn't see that. I saw that. He treated him very hospitable. Maybe he whispered sweet nothings in his ear. He probably said, hey, after I get rid of Kevin Stefanski, Kevin Stink Fancy, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to coach Prime. Then I'm going to get Travis Hunter from Jacksonville. It's going to be a whole Colorado East experience in Cleveland, in the land. I'm just saying, did y'all see the impact Shedeur has had in the city of Cleveland and the surrounding suburbs? He went to the hood. He went to a displaced apartment complex that caught fire in the city of Cleveland. He was there. Nobody else, no news coverage was there. Nobody told Shedeur to go out. He went out, and normally people would just write a check. No, Shedeur showed up to the spot, and he showed that he cared about the people in Cleveland. He already knows that it's his mission from upstairs that he was supposed to go to Cleveland, and he probably believes that in his heart of hearts. Okay, no other team took a chance on Shedeur Sanders but the Cleveland Browns. So now he's supposed to turn around and look at all the 31 other teams and be like, yeah, let me go play for you guys. Now, that doesn't even make any sense. As confident as Shedeur is, you know what Shedeur wants to happen? He wants to ball out with Cleveland. He wants to be the franchise guy in Cleveland. Why? Because nobody else has done it. You don't think that somebody that's as legendary as Shedeur wants to be, you don't think that if he did it in Cleveland, that it wouldn't rain higher than anywhere else? I'm just saying, if Shedeur balls out in Cleveland, he's able to lift Cleveland up. You already seen in 3 games, Shedeur Sanders has lifted the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are 32nd in PFF offensive line, 32nd in PFF with the wide receivers. And in 3 games, I was told our receiving core is trash. Offensive line is trash. All right, that very well may be. The numbers bear that out. But even with that said, Shedeur is doing more with less than probably anybody in the NFL, and definitely any rookie currently going in the NFL. So once again, who is this mythical team that Shedeur Sanders should go to? Please let me know, because y'all got straw man arguments. We don't believe you. We need more people. That's a Jay-Z quote. Y'all need to convince me, because y'all can't convince me at all. I seen y'all weak straw man arguments. They don't hold any weight. Now try to refute what I say in this video. Like and subscribe. And my dogs are tussling in the background. This is the only thing you get from KSK Sports. You can't get this from really any other sports channel. Like and subscribe. Help me get to 200 subscribers. Just cracked the 100 subscriber mark. Let's get to 200. All right, man, rolling out. Let's go Browns. Let's get that dub today. Peace.